Good evening, everyone, and welcome to meditation time. It sounds very much like Romper Room when I say it that way, doesn't it? Welcome to meditation time. I love these nights in the winter time when it's dark at this time. Things feel still. Usually in the summertime, it's still bright outside these windows, and since this room is made of glass, the mood of the place changes with the light. So I love these kind of dark nights when everything is calm. So tonight, I want to approach the idea of oneness from a place that feels maybe a little less intimidating, maybe a little more accessible. So let us begin tonight by simply arriving. You don't need to change anything about yourself to be here, online or in person. You don't need to sit in a full lotus position by any means. You don't have to warm up your voice and prepare to chant mantras or sing Oms. You don't need to feel calm. You don't need to feel spiritual. You don't need to feel open or loving or connected. You only need to be here. Just arrive fully and completely now. If you feel safe and comfortable where you are, allow your eyes to close. And if you don't, that's okay. Just let your gaze soften or let your eyes rest wherever they naturally want to look. Notice that your body is already doing something very intelligent. It is breathing. You don't have to control it. You don't have to deepen it. Just notice that it's happening, all on its own. Feel where your body is supported. The seat beneath you, the floor beneath your feet, the way even gravity is holding you without effort. There's nothing tonight for you to fix, nothing to improve, nothing to achieve, no special postures, chants, or mental gymnastics to perform. You are not here to transcend yourself. You are not here to dissolve your identity. You are not here to let go of beliefs that have helped you survive. You are allowed to remain exactly as you are. Let your body hear that. Let your psyche hear that. Let your ego hear that. Tonight, I want to say something clearly and gently. Awakened minds have all taught the same fundamental truths, and there's one which appears in every recorded faith tradition known to humanity, and that truth is that all is one. Everything is part of one whole. We only believe that we are separate. When we speak of this belief, this separation, let us recognize that having that belief is not a failure. It's not a mistake. It's not something you must correct. For many of us, belief in separation feels intelligent. It helped us feel safe. It helped us understand where we ended and others began. It helped us navigate a seemingly complicated world. If you learned how to protect yourself by drawing lines, that made sense to you at the time. If you learned to define yourself by your difference, by your sameness, that made sense to you then. If you learned that closeness could feel overwhelming or dangerous, that made sense to you. And that's all okay. Nothing about that needs to be undone tonight. We're not asking separation to disappear because in reality, it doesn't exist. We are simply letting the idea of it rest. You might silently say to yourself, "Thank you, idea. Thank you, belief. You helped me feel safe by letting me be me." And notice, nothing collapses when you say that. Thank you. Now, without changing anything, just notice something very simple. You are listening. And so is everyone else in this room. Everyone's listening online. And you don't have to agree with anyone to notice that we are all sharing this listening now. You don't have to believe the same things as anyone else participating. You don't have to feel connected in any way. But listening is happening. Breathing is happening. Being here is happening. I'd like to tell you a story here. You don't need to analyze it, just listen. There was once a wide open field on the edge of a small town. It wasn't remarkable in any way. No fences, no signs, just grass, sky, and space. People came to the field for different reasons. Some came to lie down and rest. Some came to walk and think. Some came because they felt lonely and didn't want to be alone with that feeling. Often they came at different times, believing they were the only ones there. But something curious happened in that field. When the wind moved through the grass, everyone heard it, no matter where they were standing. When a bird called from the trees, everyone paused, even if they didn't know why. Sometimes one person would sigh deeply, and another far away would feel their shoulders soften without knowing what had caused it. No one spoke of these things. Each person thought that their experience belonged only to them. Yet the field was listening. And because the field was listening, everything within it was too. One day a child asked an older person who was sitting nearby, "Why does it feel quieter here, even when people are around?" The older person thought for a moment and said, "Maybe because no one here has to prove who they are." The child nodded, satisfied, and went back to playing in the grass. Years later, that child returned as an adult. They stood in the same field, now full of people again, some standing close, some far apart, some not noticing one another at all. And suddenly, the child remembered, not the people, not the moments, but the feeling that even without speaking, they had never truly been alone there. The field had not connected them by making them the same, by a unified action. It had connected them by making room for all of them at once. Notice that shared experience does not require shared identity. You are still yourself. Everyone else is still themselves, and yet something is already shared. Something is always shared. Let that be enough. Now we'll rest quietly for a few more moments. There's nothing you need to visualize or imagine, nothing you need to picture, nothing you need to reach for. Simply allow yourself to be aware that others are also aware. Right now, in this moment, with you, with me. No interaction is required. No merging is required. No blending or erasing is required. You can remain exactly who you are and still be in this together. Rest in this for a little while. Find your comfort in it. If thoughts arise, let them come and go. If sensations shift, let them shift. Just rest. Only rest. Now, very gently, I want to offer a question, not as a statement or a rule, but as a possibility. A question which may allow the defenses built around the idea of identity to ease. What if unity does not erase difference, but is what allows difference to exist safely, beautifully? What if oneness is not something you enter, but something that has been quietly holding this moment and every moment all along? You don't have to decide on anything about this idea. You don't have to agree. Just notice whether the idea feels threatening or neutral or quietly relieving. There's no correct response. There's no incorrect response. As we begin to come back, know this. You are not required to take anything from tonight with you. You are not required to believe anything new. You are allowed to keep what felt steady and leave behind whatever didn't. Feel your body again. The floor. The chair. The simple fact of being here. When you're ready, allow your eyes to open and carry this knowing with you. Nothing was taken from you tonight unless you've allowed it to surrender on your own. We've made no demands. Nothing was erased. You were simply invited to rest together. I believe we have a few minutes between now and our service, so if you would like to get something to drink, make yourselves comfortable, please do, and I will be back with you shortly.